Hello friends, this video on linear programming part 1 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. What is linear programming? The first question that should come to our mind is what is linear programming? Linear programming is nothing but a mathematical method for finding ways to achieve best outcome, that is maximum or the lowest in some mathematical model. For example, I have some constraint given. For example, x plus y has to be greater than 5, x minus y is less than 10, some constraint given, and I have to find the maximum value of 3x plus 8y. For example, so I have some constraint given, mathematical model. I have to find the maximum or minimum value of this particular function. Then I use mathematical programming. We'll take in more detailed way, but just understand that linear programming is nothing but a mathematical way of finding the best outcome. The best outcome for a particular function in a mathematical model with some constraint. So why do you study mathematical programming? If you are managing a factory, it plays a critical role. For example, we say that there are two machines, machine A and B. This produce goods X with some number per hour, and this guy produce with goods Y with some number of hours, and I have to find them, optimize it so that you get the best output in the least time. So such kind of stuffs we use programming, this linear programming, where we have different kind of labors and they have different output rates, different kind of machine have different output rates, and you want to produce some X products, Y products and Z products from this, and you have different machines. So how do you optimize that you get the maximum stuff out of those machines? It's all done using programming. In case of diet, for example, you eat apple, you eat chips and burgers, and everything has some vitamins. For example, this guy has vitamin C, this guy has vitamin A, this guy has vitamin B, and you need some particular, and everything has a cost also. For example, this is 100 rupees kg, this is, let's suppose, or 100 rupees piece, this is 30 rupees piece, this is 10 rupees piece, kind of stuff, right? And then you need that for your body. You need, let's suppose, X vitamin A, Y vitamin B, and Z vitamin C, right? And then you have to find the best product you choose so that the cost is minimum, right? So in that case, you can use programming. With that, you'll get a diet chart where you will have to pay the minimum cost till you get all the vitamins your body needs. In case of sales, we use linear programming a lot. So this kind of customers, for example, I make rupees 30 profit by selling a pencil and 20 profit selling a pen, right? But the cost of this is 100 and cost of this is, let's suppose, 80, right? Then you have to find out, or you can invest only 10,000 rupees. Then you have to find how much pencil and pen you have to buy so that you get the maximum profit. So all those kind of stuffs you use linear programming. In short, if you want to find the maximum and minimum with a lot of conditions, you have, and you want to find the maximum or minimum of some particular function, then you can use linear programming. We'll take more detail in the next few slides. Before I go in detail, let's observe some terms which we use in linear programming. One is the objective function, optimal value of the objective function, linear constraint, decision variables. These are the functions we use. To discuss, let's assume that this guy is a shopkeeper and he sells bulbs and batteries, right? This guy sells bulbs and battery, and the cost of this bulb is, let's suppose, 100 rupees, and cost of this is, let's suppose, 50 rupees. Okay, and with this he makes a profit of 20 rupees per piece, and in this he makes a profit of 10 rupees per piece, right? Now this guy is ready to invest 10,000 rupees. he is ready to invest 10,000 rupees, and in his store he can store only 100 piece of stuff, because both this battery and bulb consume space, and he has only storage of 100 piece. That's all he can store. And the assumption is whatever battery or bulb he buys, the demand is so high, he'll sell everything he buys, and he wants to maximize the profit, because every shopkeeper wants to maximize profit. How much bulb he buy and how much battery he buys? Let's suppose he buys X and Y battery. So we have some constraint here, and he want to maximize the profit, right? In such case, we use linear programming. So in this case, let's assume that he buys X bulb and Y batteries. The total storage he has is less than 100. So if he has X bulb and Y battery, that has to be less than 100, because he can store at the max 100 battery and bulb. Also, the cost of one battery is 100. So cost of X battery is 100x, and cost of 100 bulb is 100x, and cost of Y battery is 50y. And this guy has to be less than 10,000, because he can at the max invest 10,000 rupees. Also, the number of battery he buys is greater than 0. The number of bulb he buys is greater than 0. Bulb is this, battery is this. So, and he wants to maximize what? Profit. So for X battery he'll get 20x profit, and with Y battery he'll get 10y profit, right? This guy is a function, and you want to maximize this. Now if you observe these are my constraints, that my number of batteries and bulb has to be less than 100. Total amount invested is less than 10,000, and the number of battery and number of bulb he has to buy is greater than equal to 0, and it will be less than equal to actually, right? Because at the max he can store 10,000. So this are the constraints, and this is the objective function actually, because I want to maximize profit, right? This is my objective function. Please note, this is my objective function. So here, this is my objective function. Optimal value of this function is the maximum value of this function. The maximum value we should get by putting some value of X and Y is the optimal value of this function. Linear constraints are these all values, these all equation, right? These are all linear constraints. That X plus Y less than equal to 100, 100x plus 50y less than equal to 10,000, X greater than equal to 0, Y greater than equal to 0. These are all constraints, and decision variables are X and Y, because these variables decide my profit, these variables decide my investment. So these are the terms we use. Objective functions, the function whose value you want to maximize or minimize, the optimal value of the objective function, that is the maximum or minimum value which you are looking for that objective function, the linear constraints we have, and the decision constraints are all these, and decision variables are X and Y. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.